the second of our exclusive reports about the health of our dental service here in the West. Our reporter Patrick O'Hagan has travelled to Budapest in Hungary to show how you can save a fortune on private dental treatment by going abroad.
In the second of his reports, he tells the story of a local man from Exmoor who has saved an incredible £10,000 on his bill. Tom Kempster says he's been forced to become a dental tourist.
Enjoying a city break with his wife Elaine, Tom Kempster, who lives near Exmoor, has been forced into becoming one of the West's first dental tourists. Faced with a shocking bill, he felt like he needed sedation.
I'm having 2 bridges, it's quite extensive work. I'm having 5 implants and quite a number of extra crowns. In England, that would probably come to £17,000, whereas here it comes to about £5,000.
Tom searched the internet and discovered that Budapest is a centre of excellence for dentistry. He booked some cheap flights and found a reputable agent who had already vetted Hungary's best dentists, so he ended up at the implant centre for treatment.
The standard of care has been so good, and you really do get a feeling that they're up to date, that they look after you and they know what they're doing. Dental work in England under the NHS is just not highly regarded anymore. It's done cheaply. If you want something like this done, then you get given the cheapest thing they can do. I feel quite sad that England has got like this.
As do many committed dental surgeons who remain reluctantly within our NHS despite being overworked and underpaid. Do you think this is stealth privatisation?
It feels that way. Whether it's deliberate or not, I don't know, but it does feel like the dentists are being pushed out of the NHS because the treatments that we can realistically offer on the NHS are pretty basic stuff. It's pretty much getting people out of trouble.
At least 10% of NHS dentists have just voted with their feet and left the NHS.
The contracts that they've offered us this time around are the last nail in the coffin for dentists who want to stay within the NHS. The amount of funding we've been offered as a practice is 10% of what we should have had. So it's just impossible.
Dentist qualifications, tools and materials cost the same in Hungary as they do back home in the West.
So how do British dentists justify their prices?
They're using the same materials, they're using the same brand mark implants, the qualifications are the same, the training is identical.
Hungary is part of Europe, yet many patients fear they're being ripped off by British dentists who, despite being in short supply, can charge what they like for private treatment. So should private dentistry be regulated? Getting the answer to that one's harder than pulling teeth.
Perfectly placed at the heart of Europe and only 2 hours flying from Bristol Airport, it's entirely conceivable that in future, instead of private dentistry being done in the West, people will fly here and have it done at a fraction of the cost, providing prices stay low. Patrick O'Hagan in Budapest for the West Tonight.